All praise, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone for teaching us this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Barakatah to the brothers, the Akim, on the highways and the hedges doing the work. This is a correction video. I noticed I made a couple of mistakes. And I just want to put it out there and correct them. You know, I made a correction saying that, our people aren't, matter of fact, let me just get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6. Keep them, the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep them, therefore, and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Yeah, that's how the nations supposed to look at us. But no, how they look at us. Even on TV, they promote that we're thugs, we're drug dealers, we're gangsters. They make our women out to be prostitutes, but our women are not prostitutes.
Right there. Let me get Leviticus chapter 19, starting at verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughters to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. I meant to say, like, we're God-fearing people. We're not gangbangers and naturally gangbangers, and we're not naturally prostitutes and whores. But the devil has sifted us to find out which of us are of those things, or will fall victim to those things, being gangbangers, whores, drug dealers, so on and so forth. And 2/3 of our people are going to remain in their sins until that day comes, and the Lord wipe them out until they eat that missile. Because he's not dealing with 2/3 of our people anymore. Period. He's got to that boiling point, just like he did in the time of Noah, when the land was full of wickedness. All right. So to correct myself, yeah, a lot of our people are they fucking wicked. They because of Esau Edom, ultimately because we went off, and the Lord used Esau Edom to show us, all right, this is what y'all want to do. We're going to take it there. Because he's an austere man and a man of war. He knows exactly how to get, what he want to, get people to do what they go to do, what he want them to do. To bring out their true nature. Though all of Israel will be saved in the kingdom, they have to come back in the kingdom, and then they will be perfect. It's not going to be any more sinning. We don't have that here on this side. And no matter how many so-called awoken Israelites wake up, they don't have the patience or the faith to wait on Yahweh Shai. And it's another part that I had a mistake on when it came to Abba Bibbins. Right? Let's get it.
Mexico, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, all these lands over here. We were told that this red man with stringy hair was the so-called people of God. But now in these last days and times, since Abba Bibbins, Ezekiel, whether you believe it or not,
See, I said Ezekiel. I went off. It's not Ezekiel. Abba Bibbins came back in the spirit of Elias. All right, that's the part I messed up on. I had to come forth and correct that. But I want to break down where we get that from. You can start off in Luke chapter 1, verse 17. And he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord to come back. Because a lot of our people, children are disobedient, but he's bringing them back. He's bringing us back to the obedience of the wisdom, of the just. And that started through Abba Bivens, over here in the land of our captivity. Another scripture, you go to Malachi chapter 4 and 6. And he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. And it happened already. And the Lord is on his way to smite the world, the earth with a curse, because that prophecy had to take place. And then I pulled up this other thing, and I'm kind of grateful that I did make that mistake, because it gave me an opportunity to go into this, to go and seek, to study and show myself approved. And I come across this guy. His thing, the title of this lesson or whatever he got going on is at Abba Bivens' New Religion in 1969. And you're going to see him ask a question. He's going to say, when did it, he's going to ask these brothers, you're going to see coming up, when did it happen? But he said he got it right here. But it's not a religion. I mean, the form it is, but it's more than just a religion. It's our customs. Going back to the way, to the wisdom of the just. Like the lesson was pointing out, that we are regal people. As the elders say, we are aristocrats, the hopeful elect of Israel. And we get it. We understand it. We know that this place don't feel right. The position we are in don't feel right. It don't seem right. And we just, in our spirit, we know it ain't right. But let's get this guy, see what he got to say.
But one of them stated this, what you're about to hear, about where today, branch of with G220 Ministries. In this video, I want to address the Hebrew Israelites, Cleveland branch of Hebrew Israelism, the GMS branch out of Cleveland, again, that I've had many interactions with, one of which is what we're going to see here in this video here today. I came up on them, and they were teaching the false teaching that they teach. But one of them stated this, what you're about to hear, about where this truth came from. And I'm going to let you listen to that, and then I want to explain why that is a dangerous position. And I'm going to explain more of that after you watch this here video.
Like I said, this truth started with a man named Abba Bivens, which we believe too, what the elders say. Don't go too deep. Yes. Okay, all right.
What year was that? What year was that?
Basically, you know what I'm saying? It started
what year was that?
Okay.
You see this devil? Even though he got it right here, he want to ask a question. Just babbling, trying to prove the doctrine to be flawed. But no, they are liars, man. As soon as they come out the womb, you can't trust your enemy. Let it keep going.
And then this thing grew globally. Now you got brothers, when you go type in GMS Israelites, you got brothers all across the world teaching this truth. So this thing it started small, like a grain of mustard seed, and it expanded, man. When that mustard seed grows to a tree, it's the biggest tree ever, man. Okay?
And this is the thing too. This is how we know that the prophecy is true, right? About our people, about we are those people that the Lord spoke about, the nation Israel, 12 tribes. We know this is true, right? Because the Lord said, get back to Jeremiah 17:4, and I'm
You're the elect? You're the elect? Can the elect lose that salvation?
I'll answer that for you. Because what these brothers are doing, they staying focused. you know. And, you know, I want to give a hearty shalom and barakatah to the brothers out there standing strong, standing stiff for the word. You know, they in spirit, they doing exactly what need to be done. They avoiding this food. And we're going to get that too. But they avoiding this Edomite. You know, he asked a question, you know, are y'all the elect? No, we hope to be the elect. You know, we are prisoners of hope in the land of our captivity. Right? You know, no one will know until that time. Right? With that, I want to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You see? And that's what this guy is trying to do. You know, trying to deceive the very elect. You know, trying to knock them off their square. You know? So yeah, no, none of us, we don't know if we the elect yet. We're the hopeful elect. As our elders continue to tell us to push. You know, but at the same time, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But it ain't possible. It ain't possible for y'all to deceive the elect like that, all right? Come on, man. Don't do that right now. Look at these folks, man. Y'all play just too damn much. All right. We'll make something happen, Lord willing. We'll make something happen. Let me see. Let's get it. Let's go here.
Yeah, it's on.
Have an understanding of where we was at. All right, but to get the point I'm making, he said, thou thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. All right, our people, the Negro, Latino, Native American man, are the only people on the face of the earth, even up to this day. All right, but now we're waking back up that don't have an actual they can't trace their history back ages, man. The furthest that our people go is that our grandfather or their great grandfather.
So what year was that Abba Bivens, you said? What year was that?
We can't go no further than that.
19 what?
Focus in.
19 what year? 19 what? What was it? So God isn't sovereign enough to keep his word pure all throughout 2,000 years. God's not sovereign enough to have his people pure and
check this out. You know, this guy just want to come interrupt. And this happened at the camp all the time, you know. Let me get 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Man, we don't have to pay attention to these type of people with their vain babblings, profane and vain babblings. And he asked, let me take it back. Because he think he's doing something right.
Focus in.
19 what year? 19 what? What was it? So God isn't sovereign enough to keep his word pure all throughout 2,000 years. God's not sovereign enough to have it.
You see? Profane and vain babbling. How you going to say the Lord ain't sovereign enough? He's true to his word. He said these things were going to happen. You know, like I said in the lesson, he laid the game plan out. Hey, this is what's going to happen. Y'all do this, then this is going to happen. But if y'all don't do this, then this is going to happen. He stick to his word. He never changed. You know, but they come up here, they do all this idiotic, you know, babbling.
His people pure and and following him and his word pure for all that time? All right, so now
I want to get back on that because it's something that he said that made me bring out in the scripture.
The furthest that our people go is that our grandfather or their great grandfather.
So what year was that Abba Bivens, you said? What year was that?
We can't go no further than that.
19 what?
Focus in.
19 what year? 19 what? What was it? So God isn't sovereign enough to keep his word pure all throughout 2,000 years. God's not sovereign enough to have his people pure and following him and his word pure for all that time? All right, so now as you can see, the way this video started out, where he begins and says this truth came from Abba Bivens, who was the first to really put this truth out there, which they stem from. Now, Abba Bivens in 1960 started this group known as ISUPK, okay, which is a One West branch of the Hebrew Israelites. And this group that I am dealing with and that you are watching there is GMS. They stem from that. And so there is an ISUPK today that they would disagree with and have differences with. However, the danger in this is, as I tried to point out there in the video that you may have seen and heard, when did this start? In 1960s? If God's truth was concealed and hidden all the way up until the 1960s, that is a dangerous position to think that only until then was there no truth. And then in 1960s, the truth then was being revealed.
That was the part of the curses, that the Lord turned his face from us, that we would be destroyed. That what makes this the worst captivity ever, because even in Rome and Greece, we had, or at least some of us had an understanding of who we were, our language, our God, our power. We had an understanding. But being over here destroyed all that until we were destroyed, as written in Deuteronomy. The Lord wrote the game plan out from the beginning. He gave us a script. This is his movie. You know? And during that time, we were destroyed. But he said he was going to, in the land of our captivity, you know, then the people who are not called his children, or not the people of God, will find out that we are indeed the children of the Most High. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You know, these dudes are carnal. They're liars. And they try to make a point, but it's only out of ignorance. And they're set to actually be a stumbling block to those that's not going to get it. To the 2/3, starting with the 2/3 of Israel, that's not going to get it. All right.
The same thing that the claims of Mormons make, Jehovah's Witnesses make, the Seventh-day Adventists make. In the 1800s, these groups came to be known as, they were the true churches, or the reestablishing, or not reformed, but the new church. This is the church. God is restoring it. I know the Mormons believe that they were restoring the church of Jesus Christ. Joseph Smith had this vision. These people that have these movements, they have these visions, or they have this new knowledge that comes to them that never was taught throughout church history. Never anywhere else you're gonna see that. It doesn't go back to the Bible. Just all of a sudden somebody comes up with some new truth and says, hey, I know the truth now. We are such and such, or we are the true church, or we are the true people of...
See, for one, through the understanding that we've given by our elders, that's why we say double honor to our elders and apostles of the great millstone, because we know that John Smith, the Mormons, all them other churches were set up to deceive us, for one. For two, no one but the children of Israel, the men of Israel, have the understanding of the scriptures. The Lord isn't dealing with any other nation but Israel. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native American Indians, Western Indians, Haitians, and the speckled bird. You know? And I'm going to probably just end it off on that, man. I mean, let me see. I'm going to end it off on that pretty much, man. I'm going to get second Esdras. I couldn't pull it up. You know, because let me see if I can, as a matter of fact. No, I ain't going to be able to right now. But let me get 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 28. Because he's talking about, oh, it's been so long, all this time it was no truth. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And when you get 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 28, the Lord tells us why. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, which is what we've been going through. Since being over here in the land of our captivity, we've been going through corruption, you know. And at this time, it's being overcome, or how you want to say it, since Abba Bivens, in the spirit of Elias. Just like Elijah, when he went to the wilderness and were asking the people to repent during the times of Yahushai's cousin. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 28 again. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And that's the wonderful thing about these brothers, you know, what they said, you know, going back. Oh man, they about to do that. Oh wow, it's chipping on me right now. But yeah, now that seed that was planted, that Yahushua gave to Abba Bivens, has been planted in the hearts and the minds of God's people, his children. You know, return the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers. To get this wisdom, the wisdom of the just, our original state, to come back to him. And that's only the hopeful elect, you know, the 1/3 of Israel. That's not for even all of Israel. And it's funny, I mean, take it for what you want to, but the other day when we was at camp, one of Akim, Araya, I believe, he was breaking down the percentages of the 2/3. You know, the third of the pie of the 1 2/3 of Israel. When you break it down, 2/3 of 100 is 66.6%, and 1/3 of 100 is 33.3%. You know, then you have to fraction off the other percentage amongst that, but ultimately, that's the percentage. 2%, the 2% of 33 is 66.6%, and 1/3 of 100%, 1/3 of 100% is 33.3. You know, with that, I hope this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect of Israel again, the body of Yahushua. We're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Again, Barakatah to the Akim on the highways and the hedges, and constantly putting up edifying videos, you know, using the unicorn for what it's used for, what it's meant to be used for, you know, and Barakatah also to the Akwaf, you know, listening and learning and doing their best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And man, we almost out of here. You know, Al-Baratazah, we almost out of here. You know, so until next time, Israel, endure, endure, endure. Yahweh Wa, Yahweh Shah, Ratazah, endure.